Sadly, I am not a big enough YouTuber to actually get flown out to Gamescom to actually see this game. But, regardless, I'm still good enough to put out my own opinion on it on YouTube. So that's what we're going to do today. And this is a brand new game that's going to be coming out. It is called World War III. And from what a lot of people are saying, this is going to be the modern day version that a lot of Battlefield fans have been waiting for. Since we have been sitting in World War I, now we're going to World War II. A lot of people are getting sick of that, and they are just craving a modern day era military shooter. And this is the perfect time for a game like this to come into play. But my main concern with how these games are going to collide is how bad Battlefield 5 is turning out right now. And I'm not talking about gameplay style. I'm talking about how the community is reacting to it. Between the women, them telling them not to buy their games, EA making fun of their fan base pretty much by saying they're not intelligent enough with World War II. All these things that they are throwing out sadly this year is definitely decreasing their player count, and it's going to decrease their sales as well. Is this the time for another company to pretty much scoop up all of those fans and build their own fan base? I mean, World War III, if you're watching the gameplay that's on the screen right now, is pretty similar to Battlefield. It's almost an exact replica, just with a few different features and feels to the game, which I'll get on later on in this video. But the main basis is if it's going to actually take over the whole Battlefield community. World War III is looking pretty dang good so far. Yes, the animations need to be polished up a little bit. It looks like the hit detection needs a little bit of work as well. And certain things here and there, just with how this game, I don't think there should be kill streaks in the game as well. Because for some reason, like I said, this is a Battlefield and Arma mix almost. And the people who mostly play Battlefield and Arma are hardcore military sim fans. They love those actual military experiences. They don't want the fast-paced Call of Duty, AI-controlled kill streaks. They just want to have people versus people. You have people controlling the vehicles, whether it's a helicopter, a tank. Nothing that's like you hop on a little screen and you fly a missile down in this game, which you can pretty much do. There's like Predator missiles and other things like that in World War III. So I don't think too many people are going to be happy with that. But that is not going to be a downfall for this game, and it can be changed. This is early alpha footage, so a lot of the stuff that you're watching right now is extremely early on, and they're not even close to being finished with the final product. So there's a lot of things that can be changed, which is why I'm a little bit worried for Battlefield 5. Because when I first saw the gameplay for this, I was like, it's alright. You know, this isn't really like the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. You know, the animations, like I said, are sloppy. Gunplay, Battlefield 5 is looking a lot more polished, clean, and a lot more exciting, and especially with the map they chose for World War III. Holy crap, I don't know why they chose the darkest of dark maps to show off their game. They should have definitely showed a lot more vibrant of a map so you could get some eye candy out there instead of just showing this dark, horrifying map instead. It's not really that appealing, but I mean, that's however they want to showcase their game. But what better of a time to actually release a game like this than when Battlefield is actually truly going down in sales? Like, this was almost like a miracle for the creators of World War III. They put their game out at the exact time that their competitor fan base is starting to go downhill. That's amazing timing, and it's really good for this company as well. EA DICE have a lot of money and a lot of fans still, okay? So they're not even going to be hurting from this, honestly. And they'll probably do just as good with the next Battlefield title. But World War III is a small company. They're just starting out and they need a lot of support, you know? So it's great to see that a lot of people are going to be helping out this company on their road to success and putting this game out. But at the end of the day, the real question is, will this game completely wipe out Battlefield? Can it completely take down the monstrous juggernaut called Battlefield and pretty much replace its spot? This is the thing, and I feel like this happens with a lot of companies, mostly Activision and EA. With their games like Call of Duty and Battlefield, they do not have much competition, and every single year they can pretty much make whatever the hell they want and get away with it. They have zero consequences, and their community will continuously buy their game no matter what gibberish or crap they decide to stuff into it. They could put millions of microtransactions in the game, and the people will pretty much still cop everything. They'll buy the game, the microtransactions, the DLC, everything. They will make all the money they could possibly want off of their game, no matter how much effort they put into it. They could literally spend 5 minutes on the game and people will still continuously dump money into their pockets. But I really can't blame the community for spending so much money on these games, because what else are you going to do? I mean, if you are a Call of Duty fan, what other backup games can you buy that will interest you just as much as Call of Duty? If you're a Battlefield fan, what other games can you possibly get that will interest you more than Battlefield? Nothing really. So all you can really do is just continuously put money into this horrible cycle where they'll continuously keep putting out crap. But finally, once in my lifetime, there is a game that is competition, and it is going to kick Battlefield's ass. And it's not going to necessarily take all the Battlefield's fans. Just like I said a few minutes ago, Battlefield has a core audience that will continue to support them and buy their games, including me. I'm buying Battlefield 5. It looks amazing to me. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, but this is what they need. They need someone as competition. Call of Duty and Battlefield are not competition. And a lot of people like to always say Call of Duty versus Battlefield. And I actually made a video about that, which you could check out at the top right here, Call of Duty versus Battlefield. But it's not really a great topic to speak on. I just made that because I thought a lot of people would enjoy it. But they're two completely opposite games. Call of Duty is a very fast-paced, not very strategic title, mostly just a run and gun game. Battlefield is more team dependent, a lot of realistic features, and it's more of a military sim with a very, more modern, fast-paced, I guess, game style to it. So finally, Battlefield has its first competitor, and it took a while for this to happen, but it is finally here. And the only way that World War III can actually compete with Battlefield 5 is if they actually perfect their game. Don't pull any shenanigans, fix the game up, make it run smooth, make the netcode good, and it could actually possibly beat Battlefield 5 if it could actually stand up against it. Now yes, the time to kill is a little bit more different in this game. Also, the recoil patterns are a lot more different than how Battlefield 5's recoil patterns are. There's a lot of differences between these two games, but it's not like a Call of Duty to Battlefield difference. They are definitely pretty similar between World War III and Battlefield, just the game styles, how they play, the game modes, how they both look. They are very, very similar to one another. So like I said, this is probably Battlefield's main competitor right now. And if they can really perfect this game, it probably won't take it all from Battlefield. Like I said, Battlefield is very strong, very big, and has a huge fan base behind them. It could definitely hurt them a lot, especially with Battlefield 5. Now, out of any time, would be the time to come at Battlefield's neck. You don't want to wait till the next Battlefield game so they can recover from this. You want to make your game good now. Now is the time. Battlefield 5 is slowly sinking. Even though we're not too sure, because obviously the game hasn't even been released yet. We haven't even got to the beta phase of the game yet. But from the numbers so far, it's not looking too good. If you perfect World War III, this would be a huge game changer, especially for everybody who is sick and tired of these past warfares and wants a modern warfare genre to come out again. And trust me, I really want a modern warfare game to come out as well. I'm getting a little sick of all these old school weapons, old school maps and such like that. I love the modern tech, the modern weaponry, the equipment, the attachments. It's so much you can do in a modern shooter. There's so many things you can mess with, so many things that you can add into the game, and you can really just explore the whole world and just make maps that you can't make in, like World War II and World War I shooters. So with all the gameplay and info that we have about this game so far, I'm not too sure if it's going to wipe out Battlefield just yet, but like I said, polish the game, make it run better, and make it look nice and smooth, and this game could go a long distance, and it could definitely match up against the best of them in the gaming industry. But this is the end of the video, everybody. Thank you all for tuning in to yet another one. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like. You can always subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content, and hit that bell button to be notified on all of my recent videos. And as always, leave a comment down in the comments section. What do you think? Is World War III looking good? Could it possibly beat Battlefield? I'd love to hear all of your opinions, and I would love to know down in the comment section on what you all think. Also, if you want to check me out on Twitter, it's at JBoneTheMan. You can chat with me on there, and also I notify everybody on when I'm working on a video and when the video will be uploaded. But this is the end of the video, and of course, I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.